Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Joined now by Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. With us tonight, one of the quickest players in league history, Kenny the Jet Smith. I almost feel like I should say your name fast because that's the way you played the game.
Well, thanks for having me.
Well, it's good to have you.
But is the show going to be fast? Because I heard like it's a little bit less time down here than it is up top.
Well, I think it goes by so quickly.
It's not quite jet quick, but it does play with some pace.
Because when you guys are home sleeping, we're still on the air.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that.
That is true.
That
is true.
We might be having a teeth or two after.
There it is.
The air.
There it is.
And that is true.
Whatever that is.
A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Look at Harden. He's currently atop in the Eastern Conference. He's got a lot of fans the world over.
He's got plenty of fans among his fellow players as well. I'm sure he'd be #1 on their ballots if they were voting.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Going to be a fantastic weekend. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. And Simmons is out there with Shake Milton. In it with Luwawu. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Griffin in at the 5. He'll be the Nets off the tip. Kenny, your teammate Akeem Olajuwon, a lead on both ends. Who do you think is the best all-around big man in the game right now?
Well, as great as Akeem was, you know, Shaq was probably just the greatest ball handler as guys today.
Oh!
The versatility of Simmons astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. Here's someone who's really been playing well, earning the Player of the Month in the East, James Harden.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing...
Oh, what a beautiful play!
The intensity, did you see that? Great. The physicality of Simmons on display, showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
The NBA is such an international phenomenon, Kenny. Tearing up this league are some young guns who started outside of the U.S.
Yeah, Giannis, you know, Jokic and Doncic, you know, they come to mind. He's probably 3 of the top 10 players in basketball right now. You know, it's not, I don't even say it anymore. I don't say international player. I just say he's a player now. I never think about Giannis as an international player anymore.
Our game's been global for so long now that's a great point because, you know, we had Dirk, and we've had Nash, and we've had Akeem. You know, some of our all-time greats weren't from America.
Can't afford to leave someone uncovered like that. Irving will taunt you for this mistake.
76ers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Kenny, so much can happen on draft night. What was it like for you the night you were selected out of North Carolina, number 6 overall?
It was interesting because I wasn't sure if I was going to Sacramento.
Really?
Because I interviewed for everyone else in the top 10 basically except for them. And they took me without an interview. And that surprised me. Not very often, Greg, in life you get a job without an interview.
Yeah.
Well, I got that one.
A high-paying job.
A high-paying one at that.
No less.
And he makes that one. Simmons got 10.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting shot.
Harden surveying the D, and the jam by Harden.
Off the bounce, Harden could cause you to hesitate, then he turns on the burners.
The 76ers have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Milton's shot is good.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Great look, high percentage shot. That's the efficiency you're looking to establish.
Back to Irving. Fires from 14, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And that's an easy jumper for Kyrie. Very accurate for medium range.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Yeah, not getting overwhelmed is important. Poise is something that you need to have in order to win on the road.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. 76ers lead by 2. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. If you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Kenny, you played in so many different kind of offensive styles and systems during your basketball career. What stands out as your favorite?
Favorite was the Rockets, so that was the best style of play that I enjoyed most.
Yeah, I think you make a great call. You know, people would think like as a guard, you'd want to just have more opportunity to be the focal point, but the reality is we'd rather win.
Without question.
You'd much rather play with a great big in our era who could dominate the paint because the role reverses. They basically become your point guards because they're playing out double teams. And now you're getting to catch guys in transition running at you where you can be more effective.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the 76ers, they've got Korkmaz. Tobias Harris is out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Maxey, and it's Hill in at the point guard position. Nets trail by 4. Passes to Beverly. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Portis.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. For 3, Hill. Rebounded by the Nets. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
Yeah, the offense looked cohesive last night. Whatever challenge the opposition presented, they answered with confidence.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Brooklyn making a change here. Harden's checked in. The 76ers also with a sub. Simmons checked in for Tobias Harris. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And we want to thank the Jet for giving us his thoughts. Kenny, you can stop by here anytime. That door is always open for you.
Well, the door's open, but I'm going to steal a key just in case you don't invite me back. I'm taking it right now.
Well, he'll have the key.
Yes, sir. I'm taking the key right now.
We'll
tell
I want
G
to come back.
Fellow PG, we got to let him in.
Yes, sir. I want to be back.
You guards always stay together. And Greg, a lot of fun to be joined by Kenny the Jet, huh? As brilliant as he was on the court, he is just as amazing off it.
And, you know, Kenny has this amazing knack for describing what he sees with such clarity. A rare gift, and I'm glad he could share it with us.
Harden with it. He's picked up by Hill. Kicks it out to Harden. Fires from deep. He can't get it to go. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
And they lost the last matchup with this club, and it was really the reserves where the gap in play was felt.
Oh, looking to connect with the open man, Portis. He's got the right mentality out there.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Brown, good.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
The 76ers leading by 4. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Simmons uses the glass to finish the layup. Simmons got 6 points in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Batum wide open, he fires. It's rebounded by Portis.
Come on, you got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Harden has a wide open look. Misses the deep three-point attempt. And so it's Philadelphia holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And rejoining us here at the table, hey, he's back, Kenny the Jet Smith. Kudos to you, sir, for your sharp and incisive analysis of the game.
Well, thank you, Ernie. Thank you. Always a pleasure to break down the game with the great ones.
Trader. Excuse me. Yeah, glad you had fun over there. Trader.
I'm back, though.
Copycat.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. Those are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. Luwawu is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Griffin. And it's Harden in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher, of course.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
He's so dangerous from out there. Harden can beat you off the catch, beat you off the bounce, beat you in transition, beat you when you sleep, beat you when you wake. He can beat you.
And C-Web, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, G.A. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease. How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
Green in the post. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Green's got 4 points this quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Irving passes to Harden. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Oh, that's just the confidence Harden has in himself. I mean, ready to fire as soon as he receives the pass.
Simmons inside. He's covered by Irving.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Simmons.
Well, it's clear Simmons is a unique player. I mean, 6'10", a guard, can pass the ball, move the ball, great vision. It's a no-brainer that he's been compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Bruce Brown comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and it's Patrick Beverley in for James Harden. And Simmons drops them both. And so Beverley will bring it up for Brooklyn. 8-point game. Lobs it up for Jordan. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And any lob to Jordan is about as sure a thing as you can get. So athletic for a big with tremendous hands, and big fella knows how to get in prime position for those alley-oop feeds.
All right, a chance to see some stats for Kevin Durant. Unbelievable play for him over the last month, putting up about 22 points per, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's oozing with confidence. I mean, and it shows. Every time he steps on the floor, he expects to dominate.
Free throw drops for Hill.
I like the fit of George Hill in this team. He can play either guard spot. Great versatility.
Maxey's checked in for Ben Simmons. Both free throws good from Hill. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now here's Durant. He has 6. On the wing, Irving. Over Maxey. Offensive rebound. Outside for Durant. Second chance shot. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. KD's got 8.
You must know that Durant is looking to score off the pass. He has such a quick trigger.
Here's Hill. Another miss by Philadelphia.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that one's a stunner.
Brown. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
And Hill throws it down.
Very slippery. George Hill, I mean, you give him a step, he'll take it all the way.
There's Brown with the 3. No good. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the action after this word. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Nets trail by 8. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. They've got Hill, Joel Embiid out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Harris. And it's Maxey in at the 2-guard spot.
Look, that's what's crazy about this guy. Inside, deep from 3. Still, he's deadly from mid-range. Durant is as good as anyone in that part of the court.
Here's Hill inside. Durant with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. A nice shot by Irving.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Harris's shot is good.
Oh, what a gorgeous-looking jumper from Harris. He has put a ton of work into his shooting in the offseason since he came into the league.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Durant just inside the line. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Timeout called the 76ers. So for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And James Harden subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And then for Philadelphia, Green, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Shake Milton comes in for Maxey. And Simmons subbed in for George Hill. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He said, keep grinding. They're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Harris finds Embiid. And at last, they get one to fall. Embiid's got 4 this quarter. For the Nets, this one not looking good. 1:27 left in the fourth. From deep, Harden has now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be these days. You need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Harris's shot is good.
This kind of hustle is why his teammates love him. Harris, nice work in getting after it on the glass.
Here's Harden. Lays it up and banks it in.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
The 76ers leading by 6. Here's Simmons, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Brooklyn called for the foul.
What about the speed and the muscle Simmons has? I mean, it makes defenders nervous, if you ask me. Such a difficult matchup.
gets the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Harden. They grab their own miss. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. Green kicks to Harris. 18 feet out. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the 76ers lead by 10. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 10. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Ben Simmons.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. 43 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Green, that's in there. Johnson with the assist.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Now, here's Milton. Defense is right there, and yes, it's good.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
And the dunk by Jordan.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but just wasn't enough.
And here is Simmons. Bucket is good. Simmons got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers.
Incredible concentration from the Australian. Even when you body Simmons up, he's great at powering through.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.